Welcome to another episode of VERITAS Half Hour, where we bring to your TV set quality content right here from VERITAS University, Buhari, Abuja. On today's episode, we follow the student seminar on ethical values organized by the Ethical Committee of VERITAS University, Abuja. My name is Lovette Anenya, and I'm joined by a colleague of mine today.
My name is Adekunle Nathaniel, and we'll be talking to students and staff of VERITAS University on ethical values and code of conduct guiding VERITAS University. Welcome again.
The Ethics Committee, VERITAS University, Buhari, Abuja, organized a seminar on ethical values for students of VERITAS University. The seminar covered ethical topics such as dress code policies, policies on safeguarding students, and so much more. The Vice-Chancellor, Reverend Father Hyacinth Ichoku, stated that the recent strings of seminars were all put in place by the university in order to produce not only academically sound students, but also upright citizens of any society. Now we're with our very wonderful Vice-Chancellor, Reverend Father Professor Hyacinth Ichoku. Thank you for talking with us this morning.
Thank you.
Now, you mentioned in your opening remarks here that this is a very important event for students, no matter what level you're at, because ethics are something that we carry along no matter where we are, no matter where we're working. What else do you have to say to students that are at home or haven't been here for your opening remarks?
Oh, well, this is a continuous exercise for us. It's a continuous orientation for us. We're just doing this today, and we keep repeating different aspects of this orientation because we want to get our students to share the values we share. Understand the values VERITAS stands for, what we propagate. You know, if we share these values, if they understand the values and live by it, then we're hoping that then they will make good citizens. They will also be successful in life. So that's exactly the essence. We don't want our students to graduate and end up in the motor park. We don't want our students to graduate and end up as failures in life. But success begins by sharing some values, that helps you to succeed in life. So those are the ethical issues that we are considering. We share them today again, and next time for another group. Next time, we are doing it not just for students but also for staff.
Yeah.
We want to be sure that we are all on the same pedestal, on the same page. Everybody is on the same page as far as the values Veritas stands for a concern. These are the kind of things, whether you're a visiting lecturer, whether you're a professor, whether you're a new person in the university, whether you're a student, we need to be sure that we are all sharing the same values. So that is what we mean by ethical orientation for students. And for us, these are the things we need to do, and students need to understand to be able to live a successful life.
Okay, so we had the seminar for staff.
Yes.
We also had a seminar for research methodology, and today now we have a seminar for students on ethical values.
Yes.
Are these some of the ways that we're trying to restructure Veritas University, put it out there?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Because yesterday was the methodology class for all the final years, so that they understand the importance of research and research reporting, because this is what they will carry over into their lives, for the rest of their lives. And today again they are doing this orientation particularly because, as I said before, it is important for them not just to acquire education, acquire intellectual development, but also to be able to live human life, truly human life, guided by certain values, because some of the students may have come from families that didn't have strong value systems. So the essence is for us to imbue them with some of these values so that they can propagate it, they can live it out in society. That's exactly what we want to achieve by this.
Thank you very much for talking with us. Thank you. One of the speakers, Reverend Sister Chibugo Lebechi, presented a paper on safeguarding minors, students, and vulnerable persons against sexual abuse, reiterating that the university has in place various structures to investigate and address such matters effectively. One of the speakers from today's seminar, Sister Chibuko Lebechi, right? Okay, she gave a presentation on safeguarding, the policy of safeguarding
minors, students, vulnerable persons from sexual abuse.
Okay, so why do you think this seminar, this ethical seminar, is necessary at this stage?
Yeah, it is necessary because the issue of sexual abuse of minor is a global issue. It's a global problem, and that's why the Pope Francis, in 2019,
Okay.
precisely on 7th of May, I thought it wise to draw out some certain procedures in order to be able to safeguard the minors and
Okay.
vulnerable persons from against sexual abuse.
All right. So
And so it was from this background that the university also saw it as imperative to draw its own policy
okay.
to safeguard minors and then vulnerable persons against sexual abuse. And it's very, very important because any person could be abused at any time, at any moment, at any place. And so if there is no policy to guide against this, people could take things into their hands and treat people anyhow without feeling that nothing will happen to them.
So no consequences.
So no consequences for their action.
Okay, so this policy basically presents a way to prevent
such an abuse. And if it happens, because sometimes even if there is a law, some people could also trample on the law to even do whatever they want to do. But since the policy is in place, once such happens, the person will be brought to book and properly dealt with.
Okay, it's good that you mentioned that because I wanted to ask, what are the measures put in place to actually tackle some things that have actually happened? When these actions actually take place, what are measures put in place to handle them or deal with them?
Yeah, a lot of measures have been put in place. For instance, during the presentation, I mentioned that the VC and the management have tried to put in place certain measures to see that students, especially minors, are not unduly exploited by those in charge of them. And one of those things is that the VC has appointed a representative who is also a member of the ethics committee. Of course, the chairman of the ethics committee is the VC's representative in this regard, so that if anything happens or someone hears or someone falls a victim of the abuse, the person, the office of the chairman has been made known to everybody, so that you're free to go there and report your case to him, and he will now investigate the case and see if it is something that has actually happened, transmits this case to the VC for proper disciplinary measures.
Actions. Okay, so it is very safe to say that before any action is taken, investigation
is of course,
done.
very, very important, because you cannot just come and report and people start dealing with somebody. Of course, you have to follow some procedures to investigate whether it was a false accusation or it actually took place before you now take some disciplinary measures.
All right. Thank you very much for talking with us, sister.
You're most welcome. Thank you.
The chairman, Ethics Committee, Reverend Father Peter Okonkwo, stressed the need for this seminar as it reminds students of the design by the university to protect staff and students alike. We're now joined by the chairman of the Ethical Committee, VERITAS University, Buhari, Abuja, Father Okonkwo. Thank you for joining us, Father.
Thank you. Thank you.
Father, quickly, let's just find out, because a lot of students say that they have ethical codes and conduct seeped into their studies already. So why then is this seminar necessary?
Yeah, we are so joyful that we have students, great students of VERITAS University. VERITAS University is a university with a difference. We emphasize so much formation and the formation of character. We know that character building doesn't come easy.
Yes.
So we try to use every opportunity, every avenue through which we can reach and transform students. We go through the classrooms by formal subjects, and also we'll be using conferences. Any opportunity we have to touch hearts of students so that they understand and that the importance of character to learning. So not just that they are very knowledgeable in the course, but the character with which they portray what they have learned is very, very important. So that's why we are using both classroom, seminar, and all. Whatever is available.
So a lot of students, in addition to that, now a lot of students didn't realize that they could go to the ethical committee and make reports or even have certain conversations with them. It is now clear that the door is always open to students or even staff that want to discuss certain ethical issues. Yes,
it's very, very important. And if this is what we achieve by today's seminar, we have achieved a great thing.
Yes.
Because we have structures in the university and people don't even know those structures. And they are not even assessing the structures we have. Somebody just told me yesterday that why is it that in VERITAS we don't have a structure for taking reports about sexual misconduct and harassment. And we said no. We have even a policy that is published. We have even people that have already received certificates and gone training for this. How come people don't know about this? How come students are not aware of this? So it's part of this conference to be able to let students know that we have a committee and we have people really ready to let them understand that nobody can harass them and go free in VERITAS University. And more so, some of these ills we see in other universities, we wouldn't like to allow them happen in VERITAS. We have zero tolerance to some of those things.
Okay, I guess it's now very clear to students, staff, and even viewers at home stand on ethical values here in VERITAS University.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for talking with us.
And more so, I thank you so much. I saw one of your programs with Cygnus International.
Yes.
So we did well.
Thank you very much for that.
Good.
Thank you for talking with us.
And here we are participant of today's seminar, Emanuela. So Emanuela, we'll be talking about how this seminar has actually helped you personally. What do you think about today's seminar?
Today's seminar was actually good. It actually impacted me personally because there are some of these were not actually taught at the orientation, and it was actually good. It helped me a lot.
So talking about this orientation now, so when you came into this school newly, there was an orientation guiding you about the ethical values and code of conduct in the university?
Yeah, an orientation was made for us, and also not only for us, also the level behind us, that's the 200 level. They also participated in the orientation, and it helped me during my 100 level to guide me through both in the hostel, in the school environment, and also concerning the religious activities.
Okay. So now looking at preventive measures that have been put in place in the university to help prevent students from sexual abuse and all, do you think these measures are actually taking place in the school? Like they're actually very active?
The measures they are active, but it's not left for the students to play their own part, and also the disciplinary committee taking their own part, because they've given us the strategies to use and they've given us how to behave so that we'll not be sexually harassed.
Yes.
So if we could take all those measures in place and all those strategies, everybody is going to be good. The sexual harassment will reduce and everybody is good.
Okay, so now do you think that now in this school, now do you feel very safe when you're in school rather than when you're outside? Like these measures actually, are they actually keeping you safe in the school?
Yeah, they are keeping me safe. But if you're saying the school as a whole, Nigeria is not actually a place where you can say you're very safe.
True.
With all these measures, we're safe in VERITAS University, Abuja.
Okay, thank you. It was very nice talking to you.
You're very welcome.
We're here with another participant of this seminar, Mr. Emeka Onyekaluchi. Mr. Emeka, what do you think about this seminar today?
I think it came at the right time. It's enlightening the students, we final students and other levels on how to behave morally and help the school be the good ambassador for the school.
Okay, so you think it is coming at the right time? It should have been done before, or now it's just the right time for it to be done?
I think it's quite timely because of the high rate in moral keenness, the theft, the rape. So I feel like it's a very timely seminar. How do you know?
Okay, do you think it is a necessary thing, or it's just something
No, it's necessary, of course, because the younger ones living in secondary school need to be enlightened more on how to behave themselves and how to avoid success and harassment and so on like that.
So do you feel this seminar is actually meant to focus on 100-level students themselves, since they're the ones just coming from secondary
I feel like
school?
the school at large needs to be involved in this because we are going to the world at large and the new incoming students in the school. Everyone needs to know the role they have to play. That's how the good society.
Okay, so after listening to this event now, what new thing do you think you've learned? Like, how has the event helped you personally?
Well, I'm not to behave now, so
Okay.
I've learned on the role to play to be a gentleman per se,
True.
how to inculcate good values to my younger ones or colleagues and schoolmates.
True. Thank you for joining us again today, Mr. Emeka. Good day, viewers, and now we are with Ms. Hefziba, a participant of today's ethical seminar. So now, Ms. Hefziba, what do you think about this whole seminar that's going on today?
I think it's pretty interesting because they are trying to tell us what to do and what not to do as 200 and 400 level students are attending the program. So I think it's an interesting thing to tell the students.
So do you think this should be done like every time, like annually, quarterly or something, or you just think it should just be done once in a while and we should just forget about it?
I feel like it should be done once every semester. But I feel like they should add more students to it.
Okay. So one of the speakers spoke about actually carrying students along when making decisions and all. Do you think they actually listen to students' opinion and inculcate it in their own policies?
I don't think so. But I feel like after this, things might change. It can happen.
Okay, so you feel because of this seminar is going to bring upgrade to policy making and listening to students in this the university. All right, now thank you for having us today. We'll talk to you some other time.
Thank you to all of our viewers for joining us on this week's segment. It was particularly enlightening listening to all those presentations and the interviews from the staff and students.
Also,
it was very enlightening. Thank you once again from everyone here for joining us. Have a blessed week. I am Lovette Anenya, and with me,
I am Nathaniel Adekulu.